Hill County 911, what's your emergency?
I just killed my children.
Excuse me?
I just killed my children.
Where are you?
I'm in the abandoned house on Highway 77 right after you go underneath the highway. One of them's still alive. Hurry.
Hello mysterious family, welcome back to Mysterious Mariam. I am Mariam and today we are going to talk about Debra Jeter, who ended up killing her own daughter and what led her to do it. Before getting into today's video, let me put forward a fair warning and disclaimer that this video is going to contain graphical explanation of murder of a child, and this video is for educational purposes only. All the information given is present online. Let's get started. Debra Jeter and Lester Lee Jeter got married in early 2000s. They had two daughters, 12-year-old Kelsey Jeter and 13-year-old Kirsten Jeter. They were a complete family but a loud household, so much that neighbors would sometimes have to call cops on them. Neighbors explained that girls were friendly and nice and they would wave at them every time they passed in front of their house on their bicycles. Debra Jeter was a part-time employee at Hill College during the last fall semester as a tutor in anatomy and physiology. She was accepted in college's licensed vocational nurse program, but she turned it down, saying she wanted to become a registered nurse. Now, it won't be wrong if we call Kelsey a bookworm, because she would literally walk the school corridors with book in her one hand, and she would even take book in the bathroom while running shower. Kelsey would often brag about her mother studying nursing in front of her teachers. In 2004, investigators concluded that Debra physically abused Kirsten, but this case was closed after she got mental health help. In May of 2009, Lee Jeter filed for a separation from his wife and mother of his two daughters, Debra. The exact reason of the separation has never been revealed in details. For whatever reason Lee Jeter had filed for the divorce, Debra took this news very hard. Debra was so desperate to have her girls and win their custody that shortly after Lee's divorce request, seeing no way out, Debra attempted suicide by the overdose. She had taken some pills. On May 21st, 2009, Debra was referred to the Paul Center in Waco for psychiatrist treatment. Court records were filed on May 22nd. These records reveal that there was a worry about putting the girls' care in their mother's hand. Lee Jeter was granted temporary restraining order against his wife before the suicide incident. Lee wrote to the court revealing that his wife had attempted suicide with the children at home and was under care and observation at DePaul Center on mental health warrant. Lee Jeter also explained further concern that she may be released within a few days, and he was concerned about her possible actions regarding his children. The documents state that he requested the custody of her daughters to protect the safety and well-being of the children and any other person who might be a victim of family violence committed by Debra. While Lee Jeter's request was held for the duration Debra was in the hospital, a short time later, after her release from the psychiatrist hospital, a hearing was held. The judge decided to lift the restraining orders against Debra and allow her to see her children. Debra was given unsupervised visitation by the court just one day after her suicide attempt and less than 3 weeks after the restraining order was lifted. Lee agreed with the judge, claiming Debra had showed no resentment towards her children, nor had she put them in any harm in any way. On June 5th, 2009, Kelsey and Kirsten were very excited to see their mother once again. It had been 14 days since they last saw their mother. Kelsey, hearing the news, expressed her happiness on her MySpace page. She wrote, "I go to see my mom tomorrow. Yay!" The very next day, after a restraining order against Debra Jeter was lifted, the 32-year-old Debra picked up her 12 and 13-year-old daughters at 6 that evening, and she told them that she had a surprise for them. The girls told their dad goodbye and excitedly get into the car with their mom to find out what her surprise was. Debra described them that they would have an evening of singing American Idol songs and book readings. Both things were a fun part for both girls. Debra drove to Corsicana and back to Hill County in search of an abandoned house. She finally found a house at 215 US Highway in rural Hill County to carry out her plan. She took both girls inside that house. Kirsten was the first to be attacked by Debra. Kirsten valiantly yelled for her sister to run for her life. Debra's attention, hearing this, shifted from Kirsten to Kelsey. Kirsten was stabbed in the back while she was attempting to defend her sister. Debra kept on slashing at Kelsey's throat, fatally injuring her. She then returned to Kirsten, who was afraid and critically injured, and purposefully slit her throat. Kelsey lay dead in the bathroom while Kirsten held on the knife in the bedroom. Kirsten was cut from one side of her neck all the way to the other, and her airway was cut and one of her main arteries were cut. Kirsten had lost a lot of blood but was still conscious. She was pleading her mother to save her life. That's when Debra made the notorious 911 call.
Hill County 911, what's your emergency?
I just killed my children.
Excuse me?
I just killed my children.
Where are you?
I'm in the abandoned house on Highway 77 right after you go underneath the highway. One of them's still alive. Hurry.
What's your name?
Bitch, call them. Have you already called them?
Yes, ma'am, I have.
Okay.
I need your name.
I don't want to tell you my name.
Are you in your car?
No, I'm not in my car. I'm in the house walking around. And one of them's still alive for real. She's asking to be saved, and I couldn't handle that. And so now
She's in an abandoned house at
it's
that
been a
location.
long time. She might already die because she's flat out.
Can you tell me what happened? Ma'am?
I can't get the door open.
You can't get what door open, darling?
The front door, so y'all can come in when y'all get here.
Can you tell me what happened?
I don't want to tell you.
How many children do you have?
Oh,
Two?
One is dead. One of them is dead. She's dead. But the other one, she wants to be saved, and she needs to be saved, and I don't see any lights. Tell them to get the fuck out here.
Honey, they're coming. They're coming.
Debra made this call after 9 p.m. She picked up her daughters at 6 p.m. and she made this call around at 9 p.m. There is whole 3 hours gap between the two incidents. Kirsten can be heard faintly in the background of the call when Debra was talking to her during the call. Debra's response to her daughter indicated that she needed help right away. But instead of tending to her daughter's knife wound, Debra, a nursing student, told the dispatcher that she was walking around the house. Hill County deputies, Hillsborough police, and state troopers went to the abandoned farmhouse on US 77 just off the Interstate 35, and at the time dispatchers arrived at the abandoned house, Debra was found in the garage, standing with both hands above her head, holding phone in one hand on which she was calling on 911 in front of the garage. She had blood on her arms but appeared to have tried to clean herself off. Her car was in the garage, and on its roof deputies found a small knife which was used during the attack. Officers found the 12-year-old girl dead inside the house and 13-year-old critically injured in the bedroom. Their throats had been slashed. The scene at the house was horrific. When help arrived, a medical helicopter airlifted Kirsten to Parkland Hospital, Dallas, where she underwent life-saving surgery. Debra was immediately arrested. She was charged in the murder of one of her daughters and attempted murder of another daughter. She was put on suicide watch in Hill County Jail in Hillsborough. Her bond was set at $1.5 million. Debra declined to explain her motive to authorities at the time of her arrest. Kirsten Jeter was in stable condition soon and out of intensive care unit. She ultimately recovered completely. Nearly a year after the murders, on May 27, 2010, Debra pled guilty to the charges. She accepted a plea deal and she was able to avoid potential death sentence that gave her life in prison without the possibility of parole. This plea deal prevented Kirsten from testifying in Debra's trial, which obviously could have been a painful experience for everyone involved. Debra met her estranged husband Lester Lee Jeter and their daughter Kirsten before authorities transferred her to Texas Department of Criminal Justice Prison Unit in Gatesville. Lee Jeter, after meeting his ex-wife, stated that Debra told him that she still hated him but she was sorry for what she did. She said she did it because she was in pain after the divorce news and hearing that she may lose her daughter's custody and wanted everyone to feel same way. She said she wanted to end this pain to everyone. Lee told Debra Debra and Kirsten shared some light love moments as well, about which Debra said she is not going to have these moments again outside the jail walls. Several years after Debra's incarceration, Lee Jeter found love again and remarried. According to his Facebook page, he married Emily Jeter on July 24th, 2015. Kirsten adopted a private life following the incident. She has 2 posts on Facebook, one pleading with people to respect her privacy. Kirsten writes, "I really appreciate the kind words you all have for me. But if you only know of me because you found my story on YouTube or somewhere else, please do not message me or send me a friend request. Respect my privacy, please." As for Debra, rumors about her death were circulating on social media in July 2022, but I was not able to confirm this news, so this news appeared fake to me. Honestly, I have so many things to say about Debra and this case, but I preferred sticking just to the main incident about this case, and I am refraining putting them out because I really don't want to hurt Kirsten or her family, because it was her sister at one end and her mother on the other end. This must already have been difficult for her to go through. So that's about it for today's case. Do share your thoughts on this case. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next week. Bye.